what that is, but
it's like all these fucked up questions. Yeah, see how you react, get you uncomfortable.
So welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining another episode of Sup Talk Radio. We have got a cast of freaking characters today. We've got Poland, we've got Northeast, Southeast. We're all over. Now, I'm joined by Alan from Heroic Muscle, Heroic Vision. We've got James from Impel Nutrition. Welcome back again, James.
Thank you.
We've got Lucas, the beautiful face from the Final Scoop podcast.
Hello.
Malcolm Blackman, CEO of Ugly Muscle Nutrition.
Oh man, you hiring, bro?
And today we've got a little bait and switch. We switched out a will of power supplements for a bill of power supplements.
Oh,
welcome, everybody.
Shit, Big Bill. Oh, Big Bill.
So welcome, everybody. So what's on the mind? Anything anybody want to get off their chest to start things off? We can kind of just go hot, and if not, we'll see where the shit flows.
Yeah, I just wanted to say DC is the superior comic brand.
No, that's some fucking bullshit right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest, but that's some bullshit. Just because 90% of your movies fucking suck, don't mean that they're better.
I said comics. See what I'm saying?
Okay, right now, yeah, because all the SJW fucked up the Marvel stuff. Okay, right now, I'll give you that.
Okay.
I'll give you that now. Marvel is a kind of ass in the comic book industry.
DCU is terrible right now, and they don't know what they want to do.
Except for the Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut is classic. Me and Sean talked about that. That's classic. Aside from that, the first Wonder Woman, and you can even toss Superman in there. But and DC, they don't care about their products. Right.
In the comic book industry, yeah, DC is better. Marvel is ass. They got all the SJW shit fucked it all the comic book industry up. But we'll get into that.
Now let's go back to like my heyday in comics. I mean, we're talking like the 90s. Take 90s Marvel, 90 DC when they're in their prime, not this bullshit that they got going on right now.
Okay.
So what's the vote?
I still would take DC.
No, that's some ass bullshit. You just in denial. It's Marvel in the 90s and 80s, early 2000s, they was kicking ass. DC has some good stories.
Late 80s, early 90s, yes. But if we want to talk actual story arcs, because keep in mind, even if we go over the last 20 years, Marvel has put together story arcs that have been out of this world. I mean, you can go and think what they just did recently with the DC Metal was epic. The Batman Who Laughs, epic. If we want to go back a little bit further, you got the Flashpoint. Flashpoint was epic. So I'm not seeing Marvel put up. I'm not saying
because you ain't reading that shit. How you gonna know? You gotta read the motherfuckers first, man. What the fuck? Listen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Alan, let him speak. Let him speak, brother. Let him speak.
It started with the injustice concept, where they took the Civil War that Marvel made, and then they remade it and made it better. Because injustice.
They took the Civil War that Marvel made and copied off that shit and put their own on it. You supplement owner guys, you know how about that copy and shit, right? They take something good that you make, and then they want to add something to it and act like it's their original shit. So this is what they're doing comic books now. They take some really good shit and just we got a storyline that we can add to it, so make it our own.
So pound for pound, Marvel is notorious for that and have been for several decades.
Hey man, they've been doing it off of each other for years. All right.
Now
it's competition.
Let's go to just like the characters. Okay. Let's talk about creativity of characters. I mean, Batman, Superman.
Right.
Okay. I mean, like, how creative is that? But you go to Marvel, you've got like Domino, Cable, Wolverine. I mean, you've got all these really creative superpowers, and then like DC's got one guy. He just got all the powers. That's it. It's just like that's one dude.
True. It's hard to write for certain DC characters because they're so overpowered. Like
exactly.
The White Lantern, which was pretty much he could body anybody, and so they had to actually do away with the White Lantern Corps because he was so powerful. I will tell you that Superman is a sliding scale. Depends on who's writing his material. I mean, if you look at some of the weaknesses he has, the strengths he has, it's just all about depending on who's writing it. Batman, that's a pretty interesting character because of the fact that you're talking about somebody that is a normal man, but he's a part of the DC Trinity, which is Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, and those three together. I mean, it's just to take him and put them among those people, you know, he's pretty badass. Now I will give you Marvel. They got a lot of colorful characters. They got the X-Men. They got this. They got that. But when you talk about actually writing the stories from a story perspective, DC has always been, I would say, on the most part, much better writing in terms of comics. Right.
No, they shit is okay because they get Marvel writers to go to their side. But anyway, that's how you get it. You recruit. Hey, you guys from Marvel doing this shit. Come over here. We'll pay you extra money, so you know they can thank Marvel for their good stories. But
So wait a minute, I'm gonna tap in here. I'm gonna tap in now. So
fuck supplements right now. No one gives a fuck about supplements. We'll get to it in a minute.
Dude, I will slap you through the screen.
Hey, but you come in here in June, it's gonna be some shit.
So Lucas, you and I talked about the DC movie. Are you a Marvel guy or a DC guy, Lucas? Which do you prefer?
I'm a Marvel guy. Yeah, for sure.
And you, Bill?
I'd have to say Marvel. I'm a little biased against DC because of certain legal battles, but.
Wait a minute. Do you want to share for people on the call here that don't know?
Yeah. So recently we filed for a copyright for Power Supplements, and Gal Gadot, who is the actress that plays Wonder Woman, was trying to start Gal Power Supplements, spelled the same way, PWR. So we were pretty much fighting over the name of our company recently. It's still in the works, but
really.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. Wonder Woman fucked y'all over, man. Fuck, I ain't fucking with no Amazons no more, man. Fuck all that shit. But you know what? Like I said, I'm Marvel biased, but Batman happens to be one of my top 3 favorite characters. That's a book I read all the time. But the reason I like Marvel more is because the characters are all relatable. Even to God, they're more human. They all have flaws and shit. You know what I mean? You even like Thor or something like that. You know, they're like human characteristic, human traits. You know, they're all, you know, they're not perfect, and you can relate to them. Not like the Justice League. You know, they're like God. You know, they're treated like gods. They're always perfect. Superman is like a Boy Scout and stuff. The only one that's flawed really is kind of like Batman. He's more human. You know what I mean? That's why I kind of like, he's like my favorite out of all the DC stuff, and he's one of my top 3 favorite characters.
But isn't that why the Injustice story arc is so much more compelling? Or any type of
no, that shit was good in the beginning, then it kind of like dried out.
So let's do like this. The first 5 years, I'm not talking about the video game, because you got 5 years on paper of actual storytelling before you get to the 5th year, which is the video game. But the 5 years leading up to what you saw in the video game, where they actually went behind the scenes and broke down, you know, what happened and what all of the characters and why you don't see some of the superheroes in the video game and the story, that's just superior DC writing. I mean, the writing. Yeah,
let me tell you something. It's not. I didn't say all DC writing was bad. There's some good shit. I'm just saying I enjoyed Marvel more. You know, there's a lot of great Marvel shit.
I have enjoyed some Marvel. I have enjoyed a lot of.
I collect both. I collect both books. You know, I may be biased, but I collect them both and I read them all. So Injustice, yeah, I collected them for quite a while till I got bored of it, and I was done. But yeah, DC, Marvel is still my thing. Like I said, I told you, Batman's like my top 3. I still read both. You know what I mean? But I always got that Marvel bias. But you know, being a comic book fan, I have to like, you know, be honest about it. You know what I mean?
So I'll ask you one final question on this. What is your favorite Batman story arc within the past, let's say 5 years?
Stumped them.
Be right back.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got a few of them. I mean, you know, Batman Eternal was off the hook.
I like the Scott Snyder stuff. When Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, you know who that is, the artist. I like their stuff in the first couple of years, going about 5-6 years back.
Okay.
So yeah, the Court of Owls and stuff like that. Yeah. Those story arcs starting back then, I really like those.
Hey, but have y'all seen the Batman Beyond animated series? That shit is off the chain.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Yeah, I watched those.
Yeah. My son used to love that. That's about all I got for this.
All right, so getting off the actual. Go ahead, Malcolm.
No, I'm saying I wish they would bring it back. That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
So going off.
We'll come back to this.
So going off the actual comics, when you look at the movie, Okay, best Batman actor out of all of them, going all the way back to the 80s with Michael Keaton. Who's the best that we have out there? Lucas, do you have a preference? Do you follow any of the Batman movies?
Not at all.
Bill?
Don't follow it enough.
I'm going to say Christian Bale. I'll just throw down Christian Bale out of all of them.
I would have agreed with the first two movies. That last movie was just don't make it. Just don't make that movie. I didn't like it. I did like Ben Affleck as Batman only because he was more of what we see in the Arkham video games. And they actually
Ben Affleck's Batman is the closest comic book version of Batman that there is.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Where he can actually get into it with the superheroes and be among them. So I didn't necessarily like the writing of him using guns and stuff like that, but you know, it is the director's interpretation of his universe. Because if that was the case, he would have killed Joker years ago. So that's the only thing that kind of make a lot of sense. But yeah,
I like Bale, and I like the Dark Knight trilogy. I like Christian Bale, you know, but he's a little over the top. Where is he? You know, a little aggressive there. But if you want to see the most comic book accurate Batman there is, that's Ben Affleck. Like him or not, that's the best version of the comics.
All right, which superhero would you be if you had a choice? We'll go to James. Let's get the non-comic book geeks involved here.
I mean, if I just pick one, it's Superman because
any superhero.
Yeah,
Marvel,
I mean,
DC, whatever.
If you could just pick one, though, I mean, he's got everything. So why would you not want to be able to fly, be strong as shit, shoot laser beams out of your eyes, freeze shit with your breath, and then be virtually indestructible and handsome as hell at the same time?
And unknown who you are just by making that little curly cue.
Yeah, I mean, like I put some glasses on, boom, you don't even know who I am.
That is the most laziest writing in I've ever seen. That's just lazy writing, but at the time it came out, it worked. So I don't know how that wouldn't even work in today's time with all this facial recognition technology. Pick him up in 2 seconds. But anyway, yeah.
Lucas, if you could be a superhero, who'd you be?
You know my answer. Venom.
Oh, Venom. That's right.
Oh God. Woo, that's vicious.
That's very different. Yeah.
I love the character a lot, plus you know I'm hyped for the newest one, the Carnage. So yeah, I just can't wait for it.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like Woody Harrelson. He looks like he's a Cletus Cassidy. You know, he looks like he could be Cletus Cassidy. Maximum Carnage. That was a dope story arc.
Yeah. And it combines like both like good and bad in one character. So yeah, I love this one. I love this story.
Venom is an anti-hero to me. I don't necessarily put him in the villain category. Even though he can be a villain, I wouldn't necessarily say he's not a scumbag, like he's going to kill children, you know. But he could be, you know, he could be a bad guy at times.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
Bill, who'd you pick?
Well, one of my favorites is probably Thor because I'm really big into like the old school mythology. But that being said, he's got like a lot of in the mythology and in the comics, he's got a lot of flaws. So I would personally want to be Doctor Strange. I know that's like right in left field. I like Doctor Strange's like mystery and how he can control the world more than what we see.
Okay. You really making me click because there's like dozens of people flipping through my head right now. You know, maybe I could pick the Spectre. That would be somebody that would be very powerful. I could also go with Superman, but that was too easy. And I could go with Dr. Fate. It's a whole bunch of people I could probably go with if I really put my mind to it. But I might pick Black Adam just to go off the cuff. I might just pick Black Adam.
So you jacked for that movie, or you think it's going to be kind of a train wreck?
Oh, I'm hoping it's good. The crazy thing about it is when Dwayne signed up for that movie, and I'm saying like I know the guy, but when Dwayne signed up for that movie,
yeah, my boy Dwayne over here,
he signed up with the impression that movie is going to be in the Snyderverse. So there was a whole bunch of rumors going around that he wanted that to be a part of the Snyderverse, which that would make perfect sense. So we'll see. I mean, he's the perfect casting for Black Adam. I liked the Shazam movie. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked the creativity of how it was written. Not too over the top, and it was it's DC, which is dark, but it was still mellow enough that kids could watch it. And I enjoyed it. So we'll see. I mean, they supposed to start production actually this month. I think they start production this month. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of him on Instagram. He looks like he's bulked up another 20 pounds. Like he's just going off the rails for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes his prep very seriously.
Yeah, man. He jacked up his test anethate and all that shit, man. He really got his little cycles up, man. He got his cycles up nice, man. That growth is doing him right.
On deck.
Yeah, baby.
Terramana money right now. He can get as much growth as he wants.
He's not getting that bunk stuff. He's getting that real stuff.
Plus,
he's getting the good shit.
What's that, Lucas?
Drinking Zoa.
Yeah, he's
Drinking
taking
Zoa. Zoa and Test. Beautiful. None of that SARM's bullshit. Yeah.
Hey, have y'all tried that Zoa drink?
Nah, I ain't interested.
I've heard mixed reviews. I haven't, but why have you, James?
It's terrible. I was at a store doing an event, and they went and bought a whole bunch when it first came out. I tried every flavor. It is not very good at all, my opinion.
You said Zoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an energy drink?
Yeah, it's the Rock's energy drink.
Oh, only thing I did taste, I got a swig of his tequila not too long ago. It was okay. I didn't know he had came out with an energy drink. But I mean, I love The Rock. I mean, ever since I'm going back.
That's
to
my boy. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, what guy can come out with Gucci, with a half-button Gucci shirt, silk pants, slippery Earls, and just, I mean, that gimmick was so over. I mean, oh my goodness, I think he's one of the best entertainers, if not the best entertainer.
The Rock is our new Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie industry.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He is, for
Yeah.
sure.
Remember back in the day, Schwarzenegger movies used to be the thing every goddamn summer, man. You couldn't wait. And, then, it was a little dry after he gave it up. And then The Rock took over, man. It's like, damn, exploded. Bam.
Yeah, John Cena thought he was going to get that, but.
Man.
You know what's so funny? A lot of these guys, because Batista is also another one that is transitioned out of the wrestling business. First of all, wrestling is dangerous. We know it's scripted, but these guys are really taking hard bumps. I think The Rock, when he came back and he fought John Cena, he tore his pec clean off the bone in the match.
Yeah, that and the groin injury and shit. Man, these guys are on the road every goddamn day.
These guys are really getting hurt. So my whole point is, if you can go from that to being in Hollywood and making more money, it just makes more sense. Because his father had pain all his life. He was taking all of those bumps from back in the 80s and the 70s. I mean, those injuries last forever. That's why those guys get hooked up on pain meds and stuff like that. So, it is what it is. I don't criticize those guys for making that move.
Lucas, you gonna say something, brother?
No, I just want to ask you guys about The Rock. Do you think he's gonna candidate for the president?
I hope not.
Yeah, for real.
I mean,
I could see him winning though.
There is so many rumors down here, and everyone's talking, and they're saying that if he's gonna do it, he's gonna win it for sure.
Well, here's the thing, Lucas. It will be a couple of things. First of all, what party is he going to run at? Okay, because he did put his support behind the current administration. And the second thing is, a lot of people may not remember this, but Hulk Hogan ran for president in the 90s. I don't know if anybody knows. It was a publicity stunt, but he did run.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I think a lot of this stuff is just PR. And, granted, we didn't have social media back in the 90s. So, if Hulk Hogan, if the social media game was in the 90s as it was now, it would have been really interesting to see if he ran, what would happen. But I don't see him running anything seriously. I think it's just, but then again, Donald Trump did run. He did run. So you never know. I mean, Donald Trump did run, and I thought he was trolling, and he ended up winning. So you just never know.
Yeah.
If he were to run and win, he would be probably the biggest success story ever in history. From where he was to being president, money wise, being bankrupt, broke, living on a dirty mattress, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what party he would run for.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, he says a lot of very liberal things, but then he has 7 businesses off to the side outside of his entertaining, and so with the current tax changes and things like that the Democrats are pushing, he's in that 1% that is going to pay all this extra tax. So it'd be very interesting.
Yeah, it's funny too, Alan, when you brought up Schwarzenegger. During our time, there was multiple action heroes.
Yeah,
and now it's
Stallone. Yep.
And now, fast forward, now there's nobody besides The Rock. Some people might say Statham, Ryan Reynolds, but there's nothing to the magnitude.
Ryan Reynolds, don't fucking put Ryan Reynolds in there. What the fuck is wrong with you, Ryan Reynolds?
Well,
Ryan Reynolds. This Rock and Statham is okay.
See, I knew I was gonna get a rise out of you. I did that on purpose.
Hey, he did that movie on Netflix where it was like the 7 people.
But he's in that. He does some action movies from time to time. He's not. Nobody is on the level of The Rock. But we just talking about people that just put out action movies. Yeah, Statham, but Statham is not really consistently putting those.
Yeah, he ain't doing it like that. No blockbuster.
He's done a lot of 1A, 1B movies. You know, where The Rock is basically doing the golden standard. So.
But they're not really putting movies out like they used to.
Bro, I mean, Arnold and The Rock, they fill theaters.
It costs so much more money. It costs so much more money to make the movies. It's taking longer to produce the movies. It's taking longer to edit the movies. And it's a lot of conflicts on, you know, the director, the producer, who wants this, who wants that. And then all of this stuff with this pandemic, that's why it's been a stall with a lot of movies that are getting pushed back or just not coming out at all.
Yeah, but if you go back to the 80s and 90s, you had Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Van Damme, and then you had like...
Oh, that's my boy. That's my boy right there, Van Damme.
Seagal, wow.
Fuck Seagal. But yeah, Van Damme's my boy. Woo!
Remember Chuck Norris as well.
Oh, yeah, Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. Yeah, Chuck Norris. Yeah.
What? Chuck Norris was a man.
Yeah, he was,
still is man. He's still
no one can touch
Chuck. Chuck Norris brought Van Damme along.
The world moves down. Chuck Norris does not move up.
Yeah,
100%.
Chuck Norris is responsible for bringing Van Damme in.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Van Damme's my boy. Yeah. I love Van Damme.
Man, I tried to do the splits like every weekend when I was a kid. Get the chairs out.
With the little condors.
Hold on, you gotta do the split. You gotta do the split with two 777s. So you gotta be in between the wings.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that? Did you see that exaggerated thing that he did? That little animation of Chuck Norris.
It was a
man.
It was a massive commercial here in Poland as well.
You saw that?
He did it. Yeah. He did it for a beer company, I believe, or something. Yeah.
I had that man. Then they had the people on his shoulders. I was saying,
yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Oh my god! So guys, want to play a little bit of Cards Against Humanity here?
Mm-hmm.
And I know you guys don't know what it is, but okay, we'll throw a couple out here. Would you rather team up with Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel, going all the way back to the comic books again?
Captain Marvel, Bill goes female.
Yeah, Bill goes first. Yeah.
That is a good point. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people.
Yeah, there was Captain Marvel was a man.
Captain Marvel, a female.
It was a
Oh, the female? Okay.
My brother, no, man. Shit.
Well, actually, if you want to be technically correct, it was 3 Captain Marvels. One was a black girl, one was a white guy who died and gave the current Captain Marvel her powers. So I'm just stressing it out for you. But Captain
Look
Marvel
at the big brain on Malcolm. Holy shit, man. You a smart motherfucker, man.
Was originally Shazam. Shazam was originally Captain Marvel.
That's right, and they had the legal battle with that, and they had to change that shit.
All of that.
Damn
so,
right.
DC bought that company because they were getting sued saying this is a Superman clone. We're going all the way back to like 80 years.
My man read his Marvel and DC history last night to make sure he was prepared for me, bro. Woo!
All right, I didn't mean to open up that Band-Aid again, but Lucas...
even more Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, man, he did his research this morning, too. He's I'm getting ready for Alan.
Lucas, would you rather speak with animals or speak multiple foreign languages?
Speak with animals. You know why? Because I don't like people.
That is one of the realest answers ever. I agree with you, Lucas. I love animals. I go all around the world and be with exotic animals. So I definitely would like.
And you know why? Animals are super honest and they are super trusty, and they will give you all their heart. You know, and you can't find better friend than an animal. Just look at the dog, how dog acts and how some friends of yours act. So yeah.
All right. So, James, would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long?
Oh, that's some shit right there, bro.
I told you I'm bringing it.
Yeah, that 100% live twice as long, because then as you accumulate money, you can make more money with that over 200 years than, winning the lottery and then not knowing how to financially plan that.
But that would be a quality of life issue, to the point where it's though if you're 100 years old and your body's broken down and you're guaranteed another 100 years.
No,
I would just
you
put my chips in.
You have to assume that if you're going to live twice as long, it's on the same scale as a 0 to 100 as it is 0 to 200.
Yeah.
So he got to put those caveats in there. But if we just talk about far as age,
right?
I don't know about that, because I've seen some older people that have lived long lives and just So I don't know. But if you can give me like 65, 70, pushing all of the chips in, traveling the world. But
hey, for me, some of the crazy shit that I do, it may be like I'm only gonna make it to 50. So if you double that, I'll get to 100. So I'll be good.
All right, here's another one. I'll throw this out to Bill here. Would you rather be stuck on a broken ski lift or a broken elevator?
I've been stuck on both.
What?
So,
which one created more anxiety?
It depends on who's in the elevator or on the ski lift with you. If it's just me, I'd probably say the ski lift, just because you're outside. Like, I like the outdoors, so I could just chill on the ski lift for a while. The elevator, you might get a little claustrophobic, but if there's people in there, I feel like more chill people are probably on the mountain than in an elevator. So
I guess it could also depend on if you're on the 30th floor too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and why is it stuck? Is the building about to fall down?
Exactly.
So yeah, ski lift in all circumstances.
All right, Alan, it's for you.
Don't ask me one of them uncomfortable ass questions like, would you rather hang out with a Karen for 2 weeks or walk backwards in the cornfield naked? Don't ask me no shit like that.
Did you see my questions already?
No, not yet.
Well, here, this is an easy one. Explore the sea or explore space? Come on, dude. That's not a hard one for you.
Oh, that's for space, man. That's some superhero shit, bro.
Yeah, I would love that for sure.
Yeah. Good. I got the good question. Don't ask me no more shit like that.
Lucas, would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef?
Ooh. Does she look good?
Because the chef can provide two purposes.
Does the maid look good? That's all I got to know.
I'm going with chef.
Is the maid from Brazil?
Puerto Rico, maybe.
Ooh, yes.
James, same question to you.
I lived in Brazil.
I'm gonna have to withhold my answer on this one.
Why, is your wife watching?
She might be.
So the last show I did with James Solo, his wife was on the call, not on the call, but she was in the chat box, kind of asking all sorts of questions. It was very funny. All right, so okay, Star Wars episode 4, 5, or 6. Which is the best out of those?
Oh, you said 4, 5.
These are the original movies.
The original ones, yes. When we grew up,
episode
70s and the 80s.
Episode 5.
Got you.
That's not a question, Malcolm. You're the youngin', man. That's not part of the mixture. Okay. Lucas, are you a Star Wars person? Nope,
Not at all. Not at all.
Dude!
Damn, Lucas, what the fuck, man?
No, I just... You will kill me for this, but I'm the biggest troll when it comes to Star Wars. I just hate this movie.
Bro, yo.
I'm telling Robic.
I just can't watch 5 minutes and I'm done.
Hey, can you drop Lucas out of this chat?
I can go if you want me to.
Yeah.
James, you have a preference, brother?
5.
Okay.
Just because the story's a lot stronger. In 4, it's good, but there's a lot of setup. 5, you really get invested in everybody.
Bill, you got a preference? Or is that... I know you're the youngest of the group, I think, here. But anyway.
Yeah, 5 is pretty strong. I kind of like 6 because, the production of it is a little bit better. And
you like the Ewoks. You know it. You like the Ewoks.
It's a little more fun.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather stay yourself or be someone else? And if someone else, who would it be? Lucas.
That's a tough one.
You want to come back to you?
Yeah. Come back to me later.
James, go ahead. We won't put you on the spot with your wife. You can just answer that one as is.
No, I mean 100%. I'd rather be me than anybody else, because I think, you know, everybody has their own unique abilities, and I mean, to be 6'3", smart, you know, a beautiful beard. No, I'm just no, but I mean, I think every day, you know, you have to think that you're the baddest dude around. So trying to be somebody else, that's just not for me.
Malcolm, go ahead, brother. What are you thinking?
Well, he finally got to me. God damn it, I'd be the Rock. No, you hear me? What? For sure.
It would be cool to be for just like maybe one day you're Rock, but for the entire life.
Now, is this a one-day swap or is this a permanent change?
Yeah.
Face value, man. Come on, you guys are analyzing the questions too damn much.
For a swap, yeah, I would definitely go for a Rock. Yeah.
I would say the Rock, because if it is gonna be one day, I would make a huge wire transfer. So when I come back, then I'll live like myself, like the Rock. So I'm gonna be a huge 50% of his wealth into my bank account. So that's what I'm gonna do.
50 mil cover you? 50 mil transfer, okay?
Yeah, that's good. We set up real good.
All right, Alan, this is for you, brother. I know you've seen these before. Screw, marry, kill. Halle Berry, Angelina Jolie, and Scarlett Johansson.
These questions.
Oh God.
Halle Berry now, or Halle Berry like a couple years back? No, she kind of goofy, but back then. I don't know, man.
Catwoman, Halle.
Catwoman? I'm gonna have to go with it. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Not monster.
Right, no. You got to screw one, you got to marry one, and you have to kill one out of those three.
Who the fuck is Mary Kill?
No, marry.
No.
Oh, screw, marry, kill. Oh, I didn't read that. I'm reading like the screen.
Yeah.
Screw, marry, or kill.
You got to pick one for each category.
Angelina Jolie got to go because she kind of crazy. Yeah, she got to go. Scarlett Johansson, I'll have to knock that out, and then I'll marry Halle Berry.
Oh.
I don't know. Halle Berry can't keep no man, so I don't know if you might want to put her in the kill box. I don't know. Something going on there.
No. You got to at least hang out with that one for one time.
I mean, but if she that fine and can't keep no man, something's amiss.
Hey, if it's one time, it's one time. You know, you just move on. Take Scarlett down the aisle and then just keep it rolling. You know?
Oh yeah.
Bill, do you want to comment on that? Agree to disagree?
I completely agree. Yeah. Angelina's out of there.
Yeah.
ScarJo.
She got to go.
ScarJo one time, but yeah, Halle Berry.
I mean, you don't want to be married to Black Widow?
Maybe. I don't know. That might be trouble.
That would be some interesting.
She could get your back against Wonder Woman.
Are we talking the actress or like who she plays though?
No, just the person itself.
Yeah.
Off the small screen or big screen.
Yeah, still marry Halle Berry.
Yeah, she got some longevity there, man.
Yeah.
I don't trust Scarlett Johansson's ass. I don't trust that bitch. So you know.
Golly.
Lucas, do you watch Friends? You watch the TV show Friends?
I watched it a few times.
Okay, so I don't know if you know who the characters are. The three characters, Monica, Rachel, and Phoebe. Who would you screw? Who would you marry? Who would you kill?
Phoebe, I would definitely kill because I would stand her. I would probably marry Rachel and screw Monica. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not get canceled with these questions.
Oh my God. All right, so here's one for James. Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors or go into the future and meet your great-great-grandkids?
Oh, 100% going to see the grandkids. I mean, to me, it's like, okay, well, I won't be around to see where they're going. And I hope that, like, I'm setting them up for a whole different kind of future. I kind of know what happened in the past already. I want to see where we go in the future. If down the line somebody fucks it up, so I can come back, make some adjustments.
Yeah.
That also could be why you would want to go in the past too, you know?
No,
those fuck ups already happened. We're good.
I'm going in the future. I'm going in the future.
Granddaddy, take that money and invest in this, Granddad. I'm telling you, we're going to be set forever.
Yeah, but Malcolm, would you be where you're at today if you didn't have the situations and the struggles that you had to get you to be the person you are now?
That's a very good point. Yeah, you're right.
You know, every struggle that you've had, every little mistake that your family made along the way made you into the person that you are today. So you're not going to be the same you. You're not going to have the same characteristics, the same moral compass even, you know. If you were given everything in life because you went back, told Granddad, hey, buy 20 stocks of Coca-Cola in 1904 or whatever, you know, and then you had everything, then you may be just like a little scumbag brat that
I might not even be here at all.
it's true.
I'm going to the future and getting all the lottery numbers in the past, bro.
You're gonna pull it back to the Future Part 2.
No, what's that?
Right.
Didn't they do that in Quantum Leap too?
Damn, man, you old, huh? You know that
Whoa.
shit, bro.
Whoa, Alan, I don't really know you like that. That's messed up. Clearly, I'm not as old as you.
Yeah, I've been around. Damn.
Malcolm, Olympic gold medalist or Nobel Peace Prize winner?
I would say
I spelled it wrong.
We need more peace in the world right now. So anybody that can bring peace to situations, I would rather be known for that versus the Nobel Prize for sure. I mean, versus the Olympic medal for sure.
What about you, Lucas?
Yeah, I will agree with Malcolm. Sure, on this one.
Alan, I know what you're going to answer, but go ahead. Let me hear what you say.
No, I'm going for a Nobel Prize because Olympic medalists, they always like to tear down our goddamn athletes right here. They always want to nail them with some kind of fucking controversy. So I wouldn't want to be an Olympic medalist. Yeah. We can't even have glory for our own people when they win. We're always Twitter assholes are trying to go in there and try and find some shit on you. You know, you can't be a champion for nothing. Fuck them people.
After 10 years, they're going to drop your medal because
exactly.
They get you on doping or something.
Yeah, other countries, if you win a medal, man, you are a damn hero. Parade. You're a national freaking hero. Out here, you win the medal, man, they're going to try to dig up some dirt and tear you down. Man, it's ridiculous, man. You can't have any kind of glory in this country.
Did you guys saw when Raimi won the Olympia and returned to Egypt? Did you saw?
Yeah, he was a hero, man.
Because he had a fucking parade. He had a better parade. President.
Listen, Egypt is a beautiful place. I might be there before the end of the year again. And yes, I mean, I definitely can see how he would got a king's return. They do the same thing with their soccer team. So I mean, he's a national hero.
Yeah.
I think with us, Americans so spoiled that we expect this stuff to happen, and it's not really a big deal. You know, we expect the basketball team to win the gold. We expect the track athletes to win the gold. So it's not really like the standard is not really that high. But I think the Nobel Peace Prize, it's an international thing where it is very hard to get because you have to check certain boxes. Now they have been. Some people have gotten the award that didn't necessarily deserve it, but I would rather be known as a preserver of peace than an athlete. No shade to athletes, anything else like that. I'm not saying anything negative against
No, I know what you mean.
But I would rather be known for making a global impact.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know Malcolm well enough, like I do, he's an international traveler. I mean, was it this year or last year? Went to Africa for a couple of weeks, right, Malcolm?
Yeah, it was January. I'm going back again in July.
Oh, sweet.
Malcolm, international player, man.
That's why I can tell you all you need to know.
From the Himalaya.
James, read a good book or watch a good movie?
Book. I mean, I'm not that big of a book nerd per se, but you don't really gain anything from watching a movie. A lot of times I just fall asleep anyway, so I'd much rather read a book.
So now, will you read a book, and if they turn it to a movie, watch the movie just to compare?
Yeah, I mean, eventually, but like, I'm not going to go out of my way. And the books that I read are not really things that you're going to turn into movies. Nobody wants to read about negotiating or how to become a better person or anything.
Well, Marcus Buckingham, you know who that is?
Mm-mm.
I'll have to send it to you. Good guy. Bill, what about yourself? Same question.
Yeah, read a good book, definitely. One, because you're not in a dark room, like you can read a book outside in the sun and like enjoy the air and everything, and you get your own spin on it. And like James said, like spiritual books, health, self-help books, and everything, you're not going to get that in a movie.
Okay, Marcus. Marcus. Malcolm. I say Marcus.
It's a flip of the coin. I guess it would depend on what I'm actually reading versus what I'm watching. Now, me personally, I've been reading a lot of the Alien novels here recently, the newest one that they just brought out. So I like to read that because I know in the movie they would just screw it up. So I would just prefer to read that as opposed to watching it, because it's probably going to be maybe about 12 hours of actually reading this book as opposed to, watching a movie where they cut everything out for 2 hours. I feel like reading is really good for your imagination, which is why I encourage people to get their children reading very, very early. That's how I learned how to read. I learned how to read through a Marvel comic book. It was a Spider-Man.
It wasn't a DC comic book?
No, it wasn't.
So your whole situation is based on lies.
Hold up, I will get to this. My mother used to read comic books to me, right? And one day she told me I was gonna have to learn how to read myself, and that's how I learned how to use the dictionary, because it was a comic book where Dr. Octopus had buoyancy, and I didn't know what the hell that meant. So my mother made me go to the encyclopedia and look up buoyancy. I'm like, oh, that's why he could float, because his suit had buoyancy. So, yeah, there you go.
Oh, hey, just for everybody else that's out there that's maybe a little younger, the encyclopedia was a group of books that had all the things the internet has on them.
Before Wikipedia.
Old school Google.
Yes.
All right, so wait, did anybody's parents actually go to the supermarket, bring home a new one every week? Because that's how it was in my house. Look, honey, I got volume 1, I got volume 2, I got volume 3.
You could just
Britannica, baby.
You could just get them in the mail. The set used to be quite expensive back in the day. I think back in that, early 90s, you're talking about like $200. So that's a lot of money back then. So I mean, usually people would just pay on the, you just mail in the check clear, and then they mail you the material. So that's how we used to get it done.
I think there was a guy that went door to door and was selling those packages.
Yeah, I wanted to say
we would get a book like every month or something like that.
Yeah.
So wait, Malcolm, you used a word called a check. What is it? What is that thing? What's a check?
What do you mean?
What you use the word check? People pay by a check. What's a check?
Oh, okay, yeah. A check is something you write on. It's got your routing number, and your account number. Then you put it in the mail. Then you send it off. The receiver.
All right, guys. Welcome to Boomer Talk Radio.
Once that clears. Yeah, I did a couple of learning courses like that because, my mom just had to have me doing something in the summertime instead of enjoying myself. So I had to do book reports and stuff like that. So I used to get a lot of material from mailing checks in and getting stuff mailed to the house.
Yeah, the check is the great-great-great-great-grandmother to a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, here's another one off the cusp here, Alan. For you, would you eat cow tongue or octopus? I love it.
I guess I'm eating octopus. Shit. Octopus, goddammit, move on.
So I ate both.
You have eaten both?
Yeah, I had it both, yeah.
Did you like one over the other?
Octopus tastes just like chicken, basically. And cow tongue, it depends how you will prepare it, but it's also good.
Hey, man, I'm going to take your word for it, buddy.
I'll just keep it octopus, put some hot sauce on that shit.
Octopus is good, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sushi, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't eat seafood at all, so if it's from the sea, it's not for me.
I love seafood. I'm not a huge octopus fan, but I love seafood.
Well, come to Baltimore. We have the best seafood in the country.
I'll be
I'm
there
in Boston,
in a
brother.
week.
No way.
And James
Florida.
Hunter in Florida, brother.
As far as crabs, we're bar none.
Hey, all the women around here got crabs. Okay, so shellfish, deep sea fishing, Florida's the way to go.
Oh God, that was awesome.
James, I'm in Boston, bro. We got to fill around on that.
I mean, so y'all have lobster, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's basically like just a big shrimp.
Yeah, it depends. So we got the lobster claws. You got the lobster tails. So it depends what you like, man.
Okay, so is it different?
I don't know. I don't eat seafood either.
Damn.
Now,
So y'all allergic or y'all
I
just?
just don't. It's just. I just don't want to eat the fishies. I mean, no, just no. So we had something back here called Fisteria back in the '90s. I don't know if you guys had it when you were, but it was a contamination in the water, and it really polluted a lot of the fish. Then when they pulled the fishes out, and you can Google this, say Fisteria on your phone. These lesions were in the fishes, and there was so many people that actually had bought fishes, and they were no.
Now that kind of stuff happens with like beef and pork, and there's like worms and shit in the meat.
That's the best part about it. I don't hear about it.
Hey, so have you heard about the thing like with strawberries, where if you like put like a little bit of salt on them, these little worms come out of them?
That's
What?
fine.
I'm just gonna mess it up for you right now. Go ahead and Google it.
That's fine.
Don't eat strawberries ever again.
No, I don't have a problem with strawberries. I don't eat strawberries like that anyway, but I don't mind. Hell, people eat cicadas around here, so it don't matter.
Oh man.
People eat what?
Cicadas.
Crickets?
They ain't crickets. They cicadas.
It's a big ass cricket, right?
Well, it kind of looks like that. They come out every 17 years.
Oh, that's the ones that leave their shell behind, right?
I've only seen one. Some people have seen more, but then they got these things fried up like you put peanuts in a salad, but they got them in here. It's pretty interesting.
What the fuck is wrong with people, man? You're not supposed to eat that shit.
It's protein, man.
It
Gotta get
is
it
There
done.
ain't no fucking ectosterone, whatever it is.
That's how you get the gains, baby.
That's how you get the gains.
Get some laxagen and some exosterone.
Bro,
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Pure protein.
I couldn't do that.
They look
Oh,
like
I've had
man.
cricket flour. I've had cricket flour like in protein bars and just as a protein shake, but I haven't had like just pure crickets.
I mean, yeah, if it's the zombie apocalypse and we need something to eat, I'll snatch one off a tree or something like that. But for normal purposes, no, I don't see the need to kill that creature that way. No.
All right, last question, and then I'm out. We'll open floor for whatever anybody wants to talk about. Lucas, would you rather live in a cave or a treehouse?
I'm going with the treehouse. Could be fun.
Okay.
Plus, I live close to woods, and I'm looking right now through the window. So yeah,
Are there
treehouse.
any wolves where you are?
No, but we have lots of deer, and what else? Deer, basically,
Are you like along the woods where they'll come? Do you ever see them in your back, like truly in your backyard?
Yeah, if you just walk outside, you already can see a deep forest.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool.
Bill, what about you?
I'd have to say treehouse. I'm just thinking I think both would be pretty cool, but I'd rather come out looking like Tarzan rather than Golem. I don't want to go all pale with like big ass eyes coming out of the cave.
Smeagol.
Would anybody go for a cave, or is everybody treehouse?
Treehouse.
I'm gonna go for the cave because of Bruce Wayne. Damn it. Okay.
Nah.
If I can get
Full circle.
If I can get a Wi-Fi signal down there, we could go. How about that?
You would have your own personal offer.
Leave me the hell alone. That's what I like. Because like you, I don't like people that much either. Sometimes.
Dude, but you're in a business that caters to customers.
I love my customer. That's the difference. That's the difference.
And same thing with you, Lucas. You're customer-facing business.
Yeah.
It's like this.
So,
I'll give you a perfect example. It's like a doctor. A doctor is saving the lives of their patients. It doesn't mean that they like people.
Yeah.
They're still saving the lives of their patients, but that doesn't mean that they have to like people. Now, if the people became their patients, then boom, there you go.
Yeah.
So you're saying you only like people if they give you money?
No, that's not what I meant.
No.
So I perceive that as prostitution.
Oh my!
I mean, what kind of ugly muscles are y'all talking about over there?
Oh my God! So anybody, we got a little while left. Anybody want to get anything off their chest? Anything going on? Current events? Oh, Alan's brewing. I see it.
No, the Gymshark kids wants to know about protein and carbs and fats and how much you bench and stuff like that. You know, they've been waiting all this time. You know what I mean? All the Gymshark and athlete kids. Athlete? Yeah, athlete kids, yeah.
Athlete.
Athlete.
Yeah.
Alphalete?
Alphalete, whatever. Gymshark, same shit.
Is it
so I'm sure you don't have any Gymshark clothes at the house?
No, it's not happening.
What's that, Lucas?
No, I just wanted to ask this brand Alphalete, is it that big in US? Is it popular?
Yeah, it's pretty popular. It's I guess it's like right underneath Gymshark.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically for the 17-year-old kid who's bouncing 135-pound barbell off his chest and doesn't have a vein in his arm yet. It's for those kids, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the stringers, those types, right?
Yeah, the stringers. Yeah, the kids that are always posing in the mirror, for Instagram.
The only one, I haven't even heard of that brand. The only one I've heard of Gymshark is because I can't help but to hear of it, because every time I go to the gym, it's always a woman doing a squat in front of me, and she's got on a Gymshark. So that's why I don't put that one. You can't help but to see that. But Ugly Muscle Nutrition does have some better quality clothing for women. I've got to plug that in.
Please go to Ugly Muscle Nutrition.
Please go to uglymusclenutrition.com. Our fitness apparel is the bomb. We got some new hats we getting ready to drop. Check it out.
Link in the description.
Make some dollar.
Please hit the bell to click the bell for notifications.
So, James, you had somebody ask about your nutrition or your training or whatnot. Do you want to go ahead and air it out here, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, we can real quick. I mean, that's what Alan was alluding to, was like one of the questions we got is what's my current macros? It's kind of been a thing this week for some reason. I've had like 2 or 3 calls about diets and stuff like that. But me and my wife are going to Vegas in like 30 days for our anniversary. So I've been cutting stuff like that. So anyway, pretty simple, 200 or 2,200 calories a day, 220 grams of protein, like 175 carb, like 50 fat. So nothing crazy, just,
okay.
Are you clean or are you just meeting the macros?
No, I mean, I eat clean all the time. So for me, what that does is just pull in the amount of food that I really eat. So
what are you using for primary for your fat sources? Are you using oils, nuts?
I'm a big peanut butter fan. So, egg yolks, peanut butter, and it's real easy for me to hit the 50 grams of fat that way. It's almost too easy.
Yeah, you can get 2 hot dogs. So yeah, that's all that. You're trying to refrain. So I my numbers are similar to that, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, so like if I'm pushing fats, I'll go, the olive oil, avocado, like almond butter or something like that. But generally speaking,
you should be getting all your energy from your fats, and that's what really starts the whole process of burning the fat. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, and so like I'll do sometimes not quite keto, but flip the script and go like really, really low carb, like 25 to 40 carbs, and then you have like that 100 gram of fat day, and then that really just keeps you burning.
Yeah.
But I don't know why really anybody wants to know what I'm eating. It's not like I'm some incredible fitness guru online, but
because you sexy. Dude, but was it you that just posted a picture though on either yours or the Impel? Or you eat like a huge pizza, or you sharing it with the family?
Yeah, that was yesterday. We did that 5K mud run, so I ate that pizza.
Oh, you need
okay.
that.
So I had like 18,000 steps by lunchtime, and I ate my usual breakfast, which is like egg whites and a couple pieces of toast, and then I fasted like almost all day. So I still actually ended up only blowing my macros by maybe 500 calories or something. So
Yeah, that's
not too bad.
And then, all right, so talking about that, Lucas, you guys did the opposite a couple of weeks ago. It was you and Robbie and Supplement Engineer. What did you guys figure out for your calories? They did like a 3-hour eating challenge. What were your calories? Do you remember? Were you guys looking at it?
Robbie did the best. He won the challenge.
Okay.
He ate something around 7,000 calories, I believe.
In like 3 hours, not the day, Malcolm. Not
in
the day.
3 hours.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I believe he smashed like four Big Macs, fries, and 2 large pizzas, I believe. Something like that.
Yeah, he didn't eat that whole day. I was talking to him in the gym when he was before that happened.
Yeah, he had more, but he didn't eat all.
Yeah, he starved himself.
I closed at like 4,500 or something. It wasn't that bad, and I was second, but probably Shane lost. So yeah, it was the worst.
I would be scared to eat that many calories like that, because knowing the way my body works, I would just hold so much water and everything like that. I would just gain so much. I could gain like 20 pounds in a day doing that.
But you know what? The funny thing is that we have different time zones. So Shane is in New Zealand, Robic and Robert are in US, and I'm in Poland. So when we were doing the challenge, it was 5 a.m. my time. So once I woke up, I had to like smash so much calories that I was burning through them for the entire day. So yeah.
Yeah.
So Malcolm, what's the most you've eaten in a day? Like, what do you think?
Who's it for, James? Or are you throwing it out there?
Malcolm, he said he can't really eat like that.
I mean, I could. I'm saying I'm scared to eat like that. So I think the most calories I've eaten in a day, like when I was really tracking to try to eat, was probably like 5,500 calories. Yeah. Man,
that's really not much.
Well,
was that clean?
No, it wasn't clean, but I wasn't trying to gorge a lot either. So a lot of that came from fats. The vast majority of the calories were just fats, like ice cream and stuff like that.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm scared to go to that level because I know how my body is. The next thing you know, like if I'm going to do something like a refeed day, I'm going to keep the carbs. I'm going to keep the protein and the fats the same. The only thing I'm going to go up on is just the carbs.
Right. So that's trying to keep it on plan, right?
So if my normal carbs are, let's say, like 250, then I'll go 500 for that day. You see what I'm saying? But I'll keep the protein and the fat the exact same. That works as far as getting the extra weight off. But if I just go off script, and say, oh my God, there's some Pizza Hut here, there's some ice cream, there's some chocolate fudge, that never works out well for me.
Yeah.
See, I remember, and James, I'll ask you this question too. When I did my first bodybuilding show, after I walked off stage that night, I had 2 pizzas, 10 wings, and 2 half-gallon tubs of ice cream. The next day, I woke up literally 12 pounds heavier, and I looked better than the night before.
Of course.
And James, I know you competed. Did you kind of gluttonize yourself after the show or no?
I mean, that was 5 years ago, but yeah, I think we did. I can't really remember exactly because, my brain wasn't there, but I stepped on stage at like 180, and then like 2 days later, I was 205 again. So
did you look better with all the sodium and everything else filling you out?
I mean, yeah, but it's a lot smoother. So I mean, you're never gonna. People always say, "Oh, I look better the next day." Well, you're not in the same lights. It's not the same conditioning. So you may have
lines.
Yeah. I mean, you filled out, you feel bigger. So, of course, personally, you're like, man, I look better because I look bigger. But you're not going to have the same kind of definition. And I mean, I think that day of when you're just peeled out of your mind, that's like the craziest thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
you have to suffer.
I know you said you were challenged to do it, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you told me?
The guy that I was training with, he does bodybuilding competitions all the time. And we train 4 a.m., 5 a.m. every morning. And he's a freak. So we'll start with that. But, you know, his training intensity started to fade off. So I was like talking shit to him every day. I'm like, come on, number 2. Let's go, number 2. And he just pissed off. He's like, I dare you to do it. I'm like, fuck you. I don't care. And he's like, I'll buy the trunks. I'll pay for you to get on there. And I'm like, I will dance in my underwear right now. Let's go. I don't care. I mean, that's all what it boiled down to me. So, and then once I kind of committed to do it, I was like, okay, I did like an 8-week diet, did the cardio, all that other stuff. And, you know, it's an interesting experience. I think everybody should try it one time. Whether or not you really get on stage or not, but to push your body to that level, you know, if you're interested in diet and fitness, I think it's part of the experiment that we all go through, you know?
You will learn a lot about yourself. I mean, you got to really, really, really be in the zone. It can definitely affect your social life as well, because most people are going to look at you like you're a freak because they don't understand why you won't just do, you know, why won't you come to, you know, this party? You know, why won't you just eat this food? You know, people don't understand all of that. So it kind of goes into you really have to, unless you have a good support network, you know, people around you that kind of do what you do and understand. But it's just like anything else. People fear what they don't understand. So when they see you doing something that they don't understand, they're like, well, why are you doing this? Why won't you do that? Blah, 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 blah. You know, there's just, you got to really be in the right state of mind to have it. If you're looking for support, you got to have people around you that kind of understand what you're doing, because if not, it's going to really make the experience kind of complicated for you.
Yeah. And I think, you know, too many people in that industry push like, oh, well, you got to shut everything down and this is 100% my life and blah, blah, blah. Now, if you're a pro, hey, you know, and that's what you're getting paid to do it. But I mean, I did that when I was working full time. I was still going for my degree. You know, my son was like 9 or 10 at the time, and we were coaching baseball. You know, so like you shouldn't have to shut your whole life down to do something like that. It's just going to build that much more character. And, you know, you have to practice your willpower to a whole nother level. I think it would be almost too easy to just stop doing everything, you know, and like, oh, I'm just going to diet and work out. That sounds incredible.
James, which was the hardest, do you think, the diet, the exercise, or physically stepping on stage?
I mean, it's got to be the diet, because the diet's every day, you know. It's so easy. You didn't pack a meal. You're running late. You're too busy to eat. And then now, you know, when you finally get to eat, you want to binge. And, you know, it's that nonstop willpower. Going to the gym.
Sometimes you don't want to eat the shit that you got. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. It's mental. You're mentally fucked when you're on those diets.
Yeah. And so, I mean, everybody loves to go to the gym. I don't care how you're feeling. You can take a pre-workout. You can hang out with the right guy. You can go to the gym and have a good time. Stepping on stage, I mean, unless you're just really scared of public appearances or whatever, by the time you've already got there, you've had a sock on your junk, getting spray tanned. And they give you like the smallest socks to really help with your confidence, because you got no water, everything's depleted. So, I mean, you've got no shame at that point. So by the time you step on stage, that's easy.
Yeah, see, I found that the hardest. I found stepping on stage was the hardest. Like all these strangers staring at me in my junk. But,
I mean, it's like you walk around all day already like that. So
yeah, my house, not in front of 500 other people though. Oh my God! But guys, it's definitely been a pleasure. It's I really appreciate everybody's time. You know, if you want to go around a little bit, if anybody wants to make any announcements, I know, Alan, you've got a movie on the cutting floor. I think maybe you want to tell everybody a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm shooting a short film that I'm going to enter into the Moment Mobile Film Festival, and hopefully I'll make it in time beginning of June. So if you want to keep progress of what I'm doing, you can go to Instagram, Heroic_Muscle. And all my short films and videos, you can go to Heroic Vision on YouTube. So subscribe.
Alan, do you want to give everybody a little teaser on what the movie's about?
The movie is called Nocturnal, and it's about two dirty cops shaking down their suspects for money. And what they do is they go to their clients and said, you have to pay up so you can, stay out of jail. You know what I mean? So you don't face any jail time. But if you don't pay up, we make sure you go to jail and you do double their time. So either way, you're paying up. And then my partner decides to get a little overzealous and paranoid and start killing all our suspects.
So you're one of the dirty cops.
Yeah, we're both dirty cops. But, we were shaking them for money, but my partner started getting real paranoid and started killing each and every one of them.
Nice. Well, keeping our fingers crossed, brother.
Yeah.
James, go ahead. Anything coming up for the brand? Anything whatsoever?
Yeah, I mean, so far as like shows, we're going to be at the Europa in Orlando in July. We're going to have a booth there right behind Muscle Tech. So I'm real excited for that. We're going to be right in the mix of things. Got 3 protein flavors coming out, greens and longevity blend. And then we're going to do something with Matt Nickerson's new ingredient, Cardia 6. But I think we're going to do something different that other people aren't doing. So.
And when do you think the new flavors will hit of the protein?
10 to 14 weeks. Everything's kind of backed up in the supply chain.
Okay. And the website again for everybody listening and watching?
ImpelNutrition.com, or find us on Instagram at Impel Nutrition.
Perfect. Bill, go ahead. Floor's all yours, my friend.
So we have a new flavor in the works, but the timing, we were hoping Memorial Day. It's not looking like that. So we don't, hopefully sometime this summer we'll have a new flavor out. But right now we just got some new t-shirts. It's Good Vibes and Thick Thighs.
Oh, I like that.
We got some new sunglasses out. We're doing like a summer bundle where you can get one of our newer flavors and t-shirt, sunglasses, and some stickers.
Sweet. Malcolm, the floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, we've been selling out of the protein and the chamber of Hades, so we got both of those on restock. We're going to try to add another flavor to the protein. I already told you that we're going to add some new flavors to the Hideous Sensation. I'm going to actually show you offline some of the concepts that we have for hats. The same way we did with the shaker cups, where we let people go online and actually vote for which shaker cup they wanted. We're going to do the same thing for the hats or whatever. And that's pretty much it. I mean, we got something else we want to push towards later in the end of the year, but for right now, the supplies are backed up. Getting stuff, it's harder. It's a little bit more nuanced now, but we're still trucking along. Still been killing it. So we've been getting requests daily. When is this coming back in? When is this coming back in? When they get it in, we're gonna get it to you. So that's how it works.
Use code HERO75 to get 75% off all Ugly Muscle Nutrition products with free shipping.
Oh shit! I'm on
yes.
that. I'm on that.
A BOGO coming soon.
And by free
discount.
Hey, only these 2 hours. Only
these 2 hours.
We'll give you this used shaker cup with that as well.
Yeah.
But act now in the next minute and a half. It's buy one, get 18 free and a free Ferrari driven by Malcolm straight to your doorstep.
Exactly.
And the disclaimer at the bottom is going to say none of that shit's going to happen. Please click this box before checkout.
The GFY button. But anyway. And Lucas is always the best for last. Any excitement from you, my friend?
No excitement from me. I just wanted to thank you all, you guys. I truly appreciate your time, and I admire all your work. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. And if you want to follow me and the crew, you can always find us on Supplement Engineer channel at The Final Scoop. We do a podcast every Saturday live. And one more thing I just wanted to add, because Alan is here, and to be honest, we never chatted in private, and I just want to say thank you, my friend, for doing a video for my mom.
Oh yeah, no problem, man.
I really appreciate that. So I just wanted to use this forum here and just say you did an amazing job, and she watched this video probably like 10 times or so. Yeah, so every time when she watched this, it brings her like joy and strength, you know, to keep with the chemo and so on. And you know, tomorrow I'm picking her up from the hospital because she had the surgery, as you know. She's 100% cured, so yeah, everything is well.
That's awesome. And guys, I want you to know that you are now part of my wolf pack.
So wait, should I do? Yeah, I was just saying, should we do one of those?
What time is your podcast? Because you know we're on different time zones. You said Saturday. What time? What your time?
2 o'clock Eastern. 2 o'clock Eastern on YouTube.
2 o'clock Eastern. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so the podcast is out of the U.S. here, Malcolm. It's well, Robert Chinetsky's Jersey, I think, right?
Yeah.
Robert. So we got Jersey, Massachusetts. Lucas is in Poland, and then we have Shane from Stack 3D over in New Zealand.
Okay.
But it's 2 o'clock Eastern.
Okay. All right.
They get real on that podcast, man. It's entertaining.
Yeah, Shane.
They get real. They get real.
Yeah. Thanks for kind words.
Yeah, and they don't talk about comics.
You know, gotta do it somewhere.
But guys, again, I really do appreciate your time. Bill, welcome to the podcast. You know, we look forward to having you and your sidekick, Will, kind of a little bit more of a one-on-one. But if you guys want to stay on for just a minute, we'll go dark. We'll kind of talk a little bit offline. But everyone for watching and listening, thank you so much, and have a great rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
End your day the ugly way.